So, good morning. Both sides of the pond here, and it's cold. I'm still in Chicago. Got really screwed. Another capstone delivery yesterday, and I got really messed up with time. This place I'm picking up now, I should have picked up last night, and basically I had to do some jiggery-pokery to be able to get here and try and make the trip. Going to Southern California, place near Los Angeles, and right now we are going to check all the paperwork, check that the scale, that the seal is correct, which is here 613 30930. That is correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my lock on the door, seal the damn thing. This is what I use. $250. But this load lock will not load lock. This meat lock is very difficult to be beaten. Can't just use bolt cutters on this. I had problems with this last time. Nah, it doesn't want to go in. I've still got the same issue. There's something wrong with this door. Generally we don't have this problem. I might regret doing this when it comes to taking it off. We shall see. Don't usually have this problem. That ain't going anywhere. Seal the door. And she's good. We're going to California. I haven't been scaled yet, but I'm running at 34,000 pounds. So I should be okay. We're checking hole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's good for the bridge laws. That's cool. So I'm locked and sealed. We'll be leaving shortly. It's Saturday morning and my appointment for delivery is on Tuesday, but it's 2 AM on Tuesday, so really it's Monday night. You can look at it whichever way you want. It is, oh sorry, it's cold. And I should have put a jacket on, but I didn't. I just got my body warmer on. But yes, so yeah, I've got 3 days to do 2,000 miles. So, going to be tricky to make this appointment. It's going to be real tricky, I tell you. Very tricky. I'm going to have to do 650 miles a day, and it'll still leave me short. The problem being is at 2 o'clock in the morning on the fourth day, which is Tuesday, I doubt I'll be able to take a 10-hour, then have any time after that. If it had been 6 o'clock in the morning, I could have done it with ease. So we'll see. We may have to get the delivery rescheduled, or they may allow us to go in late. I'll work with my DM to see how that works. But that's it. The load is now locked and sealed, and shortly we'll be on our way. So we're just trying to get out of suburban Chicago area. Well, not Chicago, it's Aurora area. Trip. The quickest route to get where I want to be is via 80 and then run down to Denver and then run over 70 to 25. However, this time of year with the weather conditions and all that, there's no way I'm risking going over Vail. So I'm going to pick up 55 to St. Louis, pick up 44, 44 to Oklahoma City, and then 40 all the way through 2010 to Los Angeles, or just shy of it. It's near Ontario where I'm delivering, but I'm catching all the traffic lights. Yeah, this is not fast. I should get over 600 miles today. Once I pick up 55, the only thing I've really got to worry about is St. Louis. The rest of it should be plain sailing. And weather. I've checked the weather, and I don't see anything to be concerned about other than wind. There are like 40-mile-an-hour gusts when you get to the southern part of Kansas and Oklahoma, heading down 44. I got 35,000 pounds worth of stuff on here, so I should be good with, you know, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to drive, but I should be fine. Shouldn't be a blowover risk. Obviously I wouldn't like to do 40-mile-an-hour winds if I was empty. It's 21 degrees, it's warming up a little bit. It's a lot colder this morning. There's the idiots. Everybody in a hurry. Screw the truck. Here's another one in the Jeep. Mr. Jeep there is probably going to try and pull in, is he? Maybe not happy with the amount of distance he's got. Another light on red. Surprise! Hey, there you go. Got a green. We had a fair bit of snow up here before I arrived, and now it's just the remnants of it. They can keep it and shove it. My load is actually a dry load, maintaining a temperature of 65, so I do have the reefer running, but it's warming rather than cooling. Got 7 hours and 37 minutes left on my driving for my first 8 hours. No idea where I've gone to stop. That doesn't really, it's not important. You take a half an hour break. I just take it when I feel like it. But I will be, I know the rest area, I forget the name of it now, but it's just shy of Tulsa, which will put me on about 605 miles for the day. Welcome to Oswego. I hope that's how you pronounced it. Established 1833. Another red light. Red light means stop. Or if you're a flip-flop wearer, it means just go. If it hasn't been red too long, just keep going. Stopping at a Love's just as I join 55. Scale this out. Although it says £34,000, I do have it on the 5th hole for the California bridge laws. So it should be fine. But this shipper that I've just picked up from has been known to overload you, so they do recommend scaling it. And the really typical Chicago, I couldn't find anywhere that was close, even in the wrong direction. I'd have to travel 20 miles in the wrong direction to get to a scale. So with it being only £34,000, I'm going 50 miles in the right direction. I'm pretty confident in the weight. This little gauge here gives me my suspension load, and it's well below 50. So I think I'm pretty cool for weight. ship aligned. Jewel Osco. That's where I was last night. Another one of our wonderful capstone utilizers. So I got there at 1600 for a 1700 appointment, and I got away at 10:30. Thank you very much, Capstone. You did it again. You did it again. Kept me waiting 6.5 hours. There really needs to be laws, some kind of legislation brought out so there's heavier penalties for people. And I know I say this all the time, we're going down to one lane, so everybody's going to be racing me here. This is going to be interesting because, and I only just seen it, too late now, but nobody will be wanting to be behind me, so all of these cars there, and they should get, with acceleration, they should all beat me. It just depends how long the line goes. Nobody likes to be behind a semi. I don't like to be stuck behind a semi when I'm in a car, I'll be honest. But I would never do anything stupid. But all of these vehicles currently stopped in the queue have got plenty of time. With my acceleration compared to theirs, they should be long gone by the time we narrow. My only concern would have been if it got the line was like really long. So yeah, the last one is the GMC. They'll all be long gone, and that's fine. Semi. Not one car that was really slow away. Beamer. Is that a Beamer or a Pontiac? I think it's a Beamer. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and all that jazz. Too late for singing the Christmas songs. It's January the 8th. The 8th of January. There's a frozen river there, partially frozen. Brrcha.
Turn right at the traffic light.
Well, my wheels are going, they're clear of the curb, and now I can turn in. Lovely, that's a really easy one. I'll give this guy behind me a chance to get past me if he wants. No, he's not going to take it. I thought he would have been wanting to be ahead of me. He's just happy to be behind the truck. When I say nobody wants to be behind a semi, apparently this guy does. I think it's a Pontiac. They got that same kind of kidney-shaped grille. 5 miles an hour. So yeah, I'm going to be on these back roads until I get to 55. Not much to see here. Snow, trees, cars, gritters. Nice to see the gritters on the road. So you always worry about being on the back roads is that they haven't been gritted properly. Some geese over there all flocking. The geese are a flocking hell. You're picking that up on the camera, but I do have an error on my reefer. It's really weird. I've checked the error messages and it says low fuel, and my fuel is almost full, so I'm thinking with the cold weather the gauge is frozen up or something like that, or you know, got a little bit stiff and it's stuck in a position, but I don't know. But I've tried clearing it, it won't clear, but it's running perfectly fine. So had it been something else, I would have probably called breakdown. I'll get it looked at, but it's as long as the reefer's running, then I'm happy with keeping on going, especially since I'm doing a normal room temperature type load, or slightly below actually. 65 degrees I've got it currently set at, which is a cool room temperature, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what that error is about at all. For those of you who have never run a reefer before, let me just drop the speed a little bit in case I have to stop at the last minute. Been an interesting few hours. If you can see, if you look on my fridge, I've now got the tea back. I think it was something to do with the weather. So the tea on the trailer there tells me that the trailer is, or the refrigerator is operating in good working condition, which I knew it was. I was checking it, so that was all right. Temperature's up to 43. I've got 5 hours left of driving for the day. It's going to finish me at around about 2100. The chances of finding an open spot in the place I'm going to are pretty slim, but I am hoping that I can make my own spot. I've had a look at it and there's possibilities, so we'll have to see. If not, there's another option down the road. The only problem with the other option is I don't know if it's free parking or whether you pay. It's like a Speedco or something like that, and I have got an aversion to paying for parking spots. Also, before the temperature got above freezing point, I must have had an ice accumulation on my sensor, and what happened was it disabled the radar. Must have had ice on it, on the radar, the sensor radar on the front bumper, and it disabled my cruise control, which meant I was stuck at doing 63 miles an hour maximum, and I didn't have the push to pass either, which was pretty annoying. But once I stopped the truck, give it a quick wipe down, restart the truck, everything was fine and cleared. I'm trying to get a bit push to pass here to get past this gadget. I don't know what I've got left. I haven't used much today. The weather conditions have really made it not optimal or not desirable actually to go too fast. Just take your time and the hell with it. I kind of get past them. Don't want to piss everybody off unless they're wearing flip-flops, and that's all right. Gonna have to clean my windows before I start in the morning. This one is really dirty. It's limited in my, well, it's not limited, I can still see in my rear view mirror, but everything's a little bit foggy and hazy. Being a pain in the ass. Really hate being on a governor and being at such a slow speed as well. A lot of other companies have similar speeds, and Everybody seems to just hold each other up. I wish I had like 75. 75 would be nice. Works for me. And here we go again. Smell a burning smell, probably from outside. Need to push the pass. It's a pain in the ass. Sometimes it's great when it works, but it so often doesn't. The fuck? Make your fucking mind up. What's all that about, you fucking prick? There's your... So, yeah, that's your moron in a truck. Slowing down, so I have to overtake him, and then obviously he's got a lot more speed left, so then puts his foot down and then pulls in front of me. So it's not the same speed as me, it's a lot faster, but some people like to play games. Which is why you have to worry about the government trying to force legislation through to allow 18-year-old people to drive these things. That's a major mistake. Major mistake. Wind's getting up again. It was forecast the worst area for the winds was going to be down here on southwest Missouri and northeast Oklahoma. 40-mile-an-hour gusts, which I've got weight on, so I'd be fine. Starting to get dark now. The time is 24 minutes past 4. Next major city we'll be hitting is Springfield, Missouri. The second Springfield I'll have hit in the last few hours. There's a Springfield, Illinois as well, just to the side of... Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey dude, did you have to take the front end of my fucking truck off your tits? Some fucking morons about. Probably cut that out as well. That's the lowest I can go there to allow you to see in the rear view mirror better. It's a little bit too low for driving, although you do see some people drive this low. I can probably manage it on the interstate, not so much on the city roads, because I need to see what's around me. Oh, it's Sunday. It's January the 9th at 8:26 local time here, and we're still on I-44 heading towards Oklahoma City. Pretty windy this morning, getting blown about a little bit, and other than that it's fine. 37 degrees. Actually dropped. I spent the night in a turnpike rest area on I-44, and it was full when I got there, so I had to make up my own spot, which was fine. I fully expected to do that at 9:30 in the evening, so stayed there. It got up to a nice 54 degrees. This wind is filthy. Got to a nice 54 degrees, and then it dropped 20 degrees overnight. So when I got up this morning, doing my pre-check, it was a little bit chillier than expected, but not bad at all. Not too bad. I ain't complaining. So plan today is to get as many miles in as efficiently. It's all about efficiency, and then getting finished early as possible. I do have to fuel soon, and I've got my fuel spot picked out, and then I'm going to have to do a Walmart run because I'm running low on grocery supplies. Got to have your food. I tend to buy the ready-made bags of salad from Walmart, and then I'll eat that with a tin of tuna fish, so it's like a tuna salad or a chicken. Oh, right now, before I left home, I got one of those huge family-size lasagnas, which are really nice. I love lasagna. And then cooked it up, and then cut it up into squares, and then bagged them, and then froze them. So I'm down to my last one of those. So I've been having salads, lasagna and salad, which is a very nice combination, actually, I will say. So anyway, I need to go for pops, food, milk, cereal. Running low on the basics because there's a possibility that I'll be doing a 34-hour reset in California. And that being said, I will be doing it in one of our terminals. And although there's food in the terminals, there's vending machines in there, there's sandwiches and things like that, I'd rather have something a little bit more healthy, because it's a big fight to try and keep your weight down on driving trucks. Big fight. You're sat in your arse too long, way too long. So anyway, that's the plan. 650 miles today is what I'm hoping for. Although, as I said, the mileage is not the most important thing. It's the average and getting as many you can per hour, and then closing down as early as you can while getting those miles. So I think I'm averaging at 60 miles an hour right now, which is not great, but you know, there's a lot of hills. I've been going up and down hills all the time. There was a roadwork system in Tulsa. Roadworks were pretty bad there. Actually, I had the speed limit at 35 on the interstate. So doing our best, toodling along, and I'll keep you informed of what's going on here on both sides of the pond. Looks like Mr. Knight there's been called into the scale, so they're obviously open here. I've never seen an open scale all the way through Missouri and Oklahoma. Well, we're coming up to the Texas border. Won't be in Texas too long, because we're just at the little nub at the top, and we will finish the day today in New Mexico, in Santa Rosa. I've picked the loaves out in Santa Rosa. Why did you pull it? Fucking Lincoln. Stinking Lincoln. surprised there's no bullet holes in that sign.
Now crossing into Texas bus.
Still windy, still very windy. Forecast is saying 40-mile-an-hour gusts. Obviously, if I was empty, I wouldn't attempt to be driving this vehicle in 40-mile-an-hour gusts, but because I've got a reasonable load on, then keep on trucking. On this stretch of the road, we do actually come to the very famous Cadillac monolith, or whatever you call it. It's been featured on a few album covers. Somebody buried some Cadillacs in the ground near Amarillo, and they were featured in a few albums. You'll see a lot of people parked up and walking over and taking pictures. They're just rusted shells now. They used to be full Cadillacs, but they're obviously been there quite a few years. We'll show you them later if I remember on, if I can get this video started in time. But I've got to say, is this the way to Amarillo? Every night I keep hugging my pillow. Show me the way to Amarillo to bring my baby back to me. La 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 la, ooh ooh, la 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 la, ooh ooh, la 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 la, to bring my baby back to me. Sorry, I have to sing that when I'm on my way to Amarillo. A lot of windmills in Texas. Came under a lot of criticism last year because they didn't weatherize them, because they weren't expecting really cold weather, and we had that massive snowstorm and nearly took out the grid, but damaged a lot of their turbines because they weren't winterized. There's a lot of windmills, and it's a very windy day, still getting blown all over the road. These will go on for miles and miles and miles. This is one of the first roads I came on when I was training. Well, when I passed my CDL and I was training with Stevens. We run a load up here. Well, we went down to, my first trip was picking up a load from the yard and taking it down to Laredo. Then we ran up to Laredo to Oklahoma City for a load, and then we picked up a load in that area, and then it was to go to, I think it was Arizona, but I think we swapped over in New Mexico. But yeah, I came down this road and the landscape's just starting to change into a more western style, less green, more rocks and vistas and mesas and so on and so forth. But they look as though they end here, but these I can drive for another hour and you'll see a windmill after windmill. Sunday, January the 9th, and it's now 15:39. Sun's getting lower in the sky. Got about another 100 miles left to do to Santa Rosa, where I will be parking up for the night. Santa Rosa, New Mexico. Speaking of New Mexico, we are approaching the border, just about 1.3 miles to New Mexico and leaving Texas. You can definitely see a change in the landscape now. The mesas, a lot less greenery. A lot of this time of year, it's less green, more like a dead straw because of the winter. It's 48 degrees, so it's warmed up some. The wind's dropped even more, so it's quite pleasant to drive. Entering Mountain Time Zone, so it's no longer 3:40, it's now 2:40.
New Mexico bus.
Yeah. One of the 2 hours I'll get back, which may or may not make it possible to actually make my appointment time. And it's very, very tight, and I don't think I can, but we'll see. It was impossible from the get-go. Well, not impossible, but improbable. Probably impossible. I never did the math, and I still haven't actually. But I think I'll be an hour, maybe 2 hours late, but we'll see. Obviously, you make good miles on this road now because it's all just straight and not much traffic, very few towns. We are in New Mexico. Tucumcari, Titty Mountain. About getting to the end of my day, another 2.5 miles, and I'll be turning into this Loves in Santa Rosa and calling it a night, having a nice shower. I figured out a way of putting this GoPro on my jacket so it's a little bit more discreet than on your head, and probably walk around the Loves as well. Give you the whole trucking experience. There's the Love sign, I can see it now. Sorry if I'm obstructing your view with the visor, but the sun's really low now and we are heading west. I think what I'll do tonight is clean my side windows, mirrors, and then go for a shower. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Good plan indeed, but let's get parked up. That's my first job. Done 592 miles. Do a lot more. I mean, I've got an hour and 35. I could definitely do another 70 or 80 miles, but there's really no point at this. I just want to make sure I'm not looking and wasting time looking for a parking spot. I've spent the night in this one before. I know this one. It's got the most beautiful view. If you park your vehicle looking east, you do it nose in, then you get a great view. But the thing is, I don't really like parking nose in. It makes me feel like an amateur. kind of a weird one to get into, this. But yeah, it makes you feel like an amateur driving nose in. It's like, I'm not good enough to reverse this vehicle, so I'm going to do nose in. But it is a nice view. And then, of course, there's a safety factor the next day that you've got to reverse out. Now, I'm going to be leaving at about 2 o'clock in the morning when it's pitch black. So, yeah, I will be reversing in.
77 on the 1 to I-40 Business Loop and take the first left.
Wow, that sun is really, really bright. That's where we're going over there.
I-40 Business Loop, then take the second left.
Yeah, I've slept here a few times actually when I come to think of it. Gonna have to raise my seat a little bit. I put it low so you get a good view out the windshield, but for reversing and manoeuvring I need to be higher up. These are the things I do for you guys. Come on, fucking move. I'm so impatient, I'm sorry. That's me all over. Mr. Impatient Al. I actually parked here one night with Izzy. She didn't like it because there's no decent grass for it to go for a poo. And she likes to poo on the grass. Alrighty, we've got a bit of a queue going on here, bit of a line. Hopefully I can get a parking spot. It looks kind of full. I mean, it's pretty early for it to be full. They're going for fuel. Yeah, this is rather worrying. I'm just hoping to get a shower tonight, but there's no parking spots. I'm kind of screwed. How the hell could it be? It's only 4 o'clock. Jesus Christ. So yeah, let's follow him, I think. So yeah, let's see what's round here. Come on, dude. There's spots there. Not many, but there's spots. I see some. See, so the view there, if you nose in straight down, is really pretty. There are spots. Not that many though for the time of day. Where am I going? I was going to put it there, but let's do it in that one. Okay, that's good for me. Oop. Yeah, fuck it. That'll do me nicely. Helps if you put it in the right gear. Shit. Didn't get that quite right. Best effort. That's all right. Straightened up now, and I'm good. There you go. And we're in. So it's centered in the lane. Good. Lovely. Nice and straight. And so ends another driving day. See, no grass for Izzy to pee on. So there's the view. If you nose in here, then you know that's your view from the bedroom window, which is pretty damn nice, gotta say. But I don't like nosing in, I really don't. Get in the shower. Need a shower. And a bite to eat. It's a little one. Yuck. Hair, that's a nasty shower. This is not up to Love's usual standards, but any port in a soul, I guess. Yeah. Yep. This is a little Love's shower, and it's kind of nasty. I could have gotten rid of the fucking hair. Well, that was a pretty nasty shower, I gotta say. It was dirty, small, and it stank as well. When I sat down for a crap, the smell of puke was just overbearing. Somebody must have puked on the floor and they never cleaned it up, or they cleaned it up but they didn't clean it properly, and they didn't use any disinfectant or anything. It was pretty nasty. So yeah, well below love's normal standards. But never mind, it is what it is. So that's it, I'm done for the night. Parked up, showered up, get something to eat, and I'll be back on the road at 2:15 in the morning. I cleaned the windows, by the way, because they were filthy. Oops. Where did that come from? I don't know. Well, good morning. Day 3. Chicago to Los Angeles. And it is 2:21 in the morning. Time for us to go. Lots of room. Get it done.
Paid duty status has changed to drive.
Yes, indeed, because I'm not driving. Everybody's telling me where I already know. Back onto I-40. Bye-bye Santa Rosa. Not bad loaves, but shitty showers. These guys got here when it was full, made their own spots. You have to do that, unfortunately. That sign's really confusing there. It points to the left saying all traffic, I-40 traffic. Anyway, a lovely morning. It's 28 degrees, so I've got another cold one to start the day. More people just park wherever they can. Stopped at that place a few times, with Izzy as well. When I was with Izzy, I don't think it was as cold as this though. It was quite warm. Where's this guy going? Fucking move, Jesus Christ. California, here we come. We come. We love your 55 miles an hour antiquated speeding rules. You hate trucks. Yes, you do. Folks, I washed my windows as soon as I parked up yesterday. Got those side windows washed. Alrighty, here we go. Macron here. Get a booster, mask up. Thank you for caring about others. Yes, indeed. I got my booster, Moderna. Too young to die. Next big city is Albuquerque, home of you know who, Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, and Hank Schroeder. Lovely jubbly. Hopefully another good day. 25 degrees. There's not many precipitation, so I needn't worry too much about black ice. The sign says icy bridge. Into the darkness once more. One thing I really dislike about the Kenworths, and I don't know how long I'll be keeping this one because I'm after a new vehicle that's got the up the idle on it, but the headlights are just ridiculously poor. There's been times where I've pulled out of a rest area or a truck stop and I have to check to make sure that the headlights are not actually on the side lights because the illumination's so poor. I love my Volvo. My Volvo had LED headlights and really lit up the roadway. And you know, when we talk about safety all the time, getting thrust down your neck, must be safe, must check this, must do pre-trips, must do this around certain corners, must adhere to this speed limit, must do this, and then they get away with giving us such shitty headlights. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Alright folks, well that's me heading off for the morning. I'll keep you updated throughout the day. Up and down and up and down. Yeah, Albuquerque's more or less in a valley between the mountains, and then you get through Albuquerque and then you go up again, and it's a beautiful sight in your rear view mirror. All of the lights of Albuquerque when you're looking back east. The city before us. There. I love coming through the cities this time of night because you don't have to deal with heavy traffic, which is always a bonus. See that car in front of us there? Its headlights are working, but its rear lights are not, and that's something I've seen a lot lately. And I don't know why. I don't know whether it's because of all these cars coming out now with LED rear lights, but I see a lot of it. It's getting more and more prevalent. There's cars driving about with no rear lights completely in the dark. Something you'd never see before, but now it's very common. You know, somebody'd have a bulb out and maybe you'd have one side lit and the other not. But I'm seeing a lot more of that. I think maybe something to do with the LED technology. Once one light goes out, it takes them all out. I don't know. I don't know. Albuquerque. Actually, I think it's 25. I've been through here. There's a scene in, I think it's season 5, where Jesse is going to, Walter White has talked Jesse, oh, he has got lights on, they're just so dim. They must have some, I'll tell you where it is, he's probably got smoked out lights. They've been smoked out to look super cool during the day, but they're just ineffective, especially if it was foggy or, yeah, there are lights on that car at the back, but they're exceptionally dim. As bright as Eric Schneider, which is not very bright at all. Are they on? No, they're not on. They were just my reflectivity. That's just crazy. I'll give him a flash when I get past to let him know his lights are not on. See the lights. So if he gets the message, have a look at his rear lights. Probably not. So, oh, what's he doing that for? So anyway, yes, so I believe it's on 25 going through Albuquerque, not 40. We go through 40, which is east to west, west to east. 25 goes north to south, south to north. But there's a scene where Jesse Pinkman gets persuaded to adopt a new identity and leave, and he's at the side of a highway getting picked up by this guy who's going to give him a new identity and whisk him off to some other part of the country. Well, that was filmed on 25. It's very, 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 very obvious place. It's got these really weird walls of angular designs, for want of better words. But yeah, 4 o'clock, Albuquerque. It is 6:43 in the morning, just starting to get the first wisps of daylight over there to the east. We're 2.5 miles away from the Arizona border. Pretty uneventful night as far as driving's concerned. The usual idiots blinding you with their main beams, but that's never going to change. Degrees Fahrenheit on this Monday morning, the 10th of January. There's an Indian place here, an Indian truck stop where you can buy trinkets and handcrafted merchandise made by real American, Native American Indians. Never stopped there myself. I'm always in a hurry. accident this morning. It was another one of the Amazon Prime drivers who seem to have an awful lot of accidents, and I think they're the new Swift. But somehow he'd managed to drive off the road. He kept it upright and then tried to get back on the road, but then smashed into the barrier that obviously wasn't there when he went off the road.
Now crossing into Arizona bus.
I didn't even see the welcome to Arizona sign there. Huh. It's weird. Yeah, but anyway, welcome to Arizona. There you go. That was a little bit premature. Welcome to Arizona, the Grand Canyon State. Drove through the Grand Canyon. That's a pretty decent drive. Beautiful scenery, very breathtaking. Been driving now for 3.5 hours. Got 3 hours and 34 minutes left before I have to take a mandatory. I've been driving for 4.5 hours, sorry. 3.5 before I have to take that mandatory 30-minute break. It's 8 straight hours, then you have to take a 30-minute break. You can drive 11 hours in a day, and you can work a total of 14 hours.
Serious depression happens to a lot of people with like severe head injuries, and believe
New in Arizona. Who'd have thunk it? This is Flagstaff, Arizona. Grand Canyon, and we need some go-go juice for the truck. We're down to a quarter. I have got 32 minutes left before I have to take a half-an-hour break, and we got 397 miles to go to our destination. It's some kind of train music there. No, it's not, just a line. So we do need everything. All of the stars have aligned for us to need a fuel stop, which is exactly what we're going to do right now.
To Grand Canyon, then take the first right.
Go-go juice, it's time for go-go juice.
Turn right at the stop sign.
Oh, the pump's full. Sometimes you have to wait forever in these places because people take the half-an-hour breaks on the pumps. That's getting worse and worse, that, I'll be honest. Birdie num-num. Every pump. Why are we going so slow? Oh yeah, I've spent the night here before, I remember it now. I reckon, yeah, there's an RV park right there, yeah. I've overnighted in this place. I think I've been to most of the loves around the country now and spent the night there. Guys, some of us are on a tight schedule. I'm on a very tight schedule. He's going to park up, Mr. B&B. Okay. Check my swinging. I don't want to hit something. Where are you going, young man? Oh, a pretty mountain. He's not going for fuel either, so let's find an open spot. See, these are not fueling up. Well, here's a one here, that's alright. I was going to say they're not fueling up, but they're not pulling forward, which is very annoying. Sludge there, yeah. Pump number 19, we need to know that. Alrighty. Change our duty status to on duty, apply, and then F and fuel, done, save. So now I'm on duty. And and I need to put my reading glasses on for the next part because I'm an old man with bad eyes. Alrighty. Let's go to Loves. You can actually work at the pump and put all this information in, but the much better way is to use the Loves app to set up the... Can't see that, so let's start. I don't want you to see my bank details. We are on pump 19. And we're going to put diesel in, we're going to put reefer in, we're going to put def in. Truck number is U0187. Driver ID. Hub is 273-571. 273-571. As I say, you can do all this at the pump, but why be out there in the cold? Trailer number is R51914. I've had it forever because it's tatty, pain in the ass, no additional products. Don't want to print a ticket inside. Pump is on, begin fueling, and we should be good to go, unless this is a non-allowed. Oh yeah, it's ready, so I can go and put some fuel in. Switch my lights off. Frozen. Sounds like a Freightliner brake to me. need a polish. Badly salted. I want to put as much in as I can because we're going into California next. California's fuel taxes are ridiculously high. Whoops. A little bit of overspill there. This is my view for the night, or the day, should I say. Gonna pull over and park up and get some rest. It's now almost 1300, which will allow me to start at 2300 tonight. Further setback. There it is. Looks as though it's got the better view as well. Good. Pilot looks tiny.
Turn left at the stop sign.
Gotta move on. Chop chop. Hi doggy. 2 doggies. Bastards. Just hasn't worked out very well at all. Come on. Oh, this not. Panhandlers here. Got a cute puppy with them, that one. Puppies work. Nice view for the night. Orient myself. Do I want a view or do I want to make it nice for the
Please drive to highlighted road.
darling. You can take your pick. Come on. Any spot I want. I'm early enough where I can just take what I want. Damn it. Don't think I'm central enough. Got to have it perfect. There you go. That's better. That, my friends, is me done for another night. Let's go and have a look at my view, shall we? Fence. Perfectly parallel with that line there. Nice. Sails still okay. Let's come round here and check. Dirty, full tank. With the temperature being where it is, I'm going to switch it over to Cycle Century, which is this button here. Cycle mode. Well, the truck is filthy, it's been through a lot of weather, so that's why. Alright, another day is done. Check my fluids, do a quick PTI, and then have a shower. Alright, it's 23:07 on January the 10th. Last leg of our journey from Chicago area to the LA area of California. We're 2.5 miles away from the border. I got 235 miles to do. It's 52 degrees.
I hear that they are a bunch of CX vehicles past the California state line before it gets to the
Okay, bunch of California Highway Patrol kicking about there, the guy in the CB was saying. Of course, enjoy the 65 miles an hour speed limit because it's going to drop to 55 very shortly. They're obviously looking for speeders. Nobody behind me, let's pull out. There's a vehicle parked there. Been a good trip so far. No real major concerns. Had a feel-good factor there as a guy looking for somewhere to park in the Loaves, and I still had like 15 minutes left on my before I could start work. But jumped out my cab and let him know I was pulling out shortly. So if he wanted the spot, and he waited for it, was really happy. We all know what it's like late at night looking for a parking spot. It can be desperate at times. So if you can help a fellow driver, always makes you feel good. Yes, sirree, Bob. Shot a bunch of footage yesterday. Hold on, yeah, no lens cap. I shot a bunch of footage yesterday and I had the camera pointing up, so all you can see is up here, which is pretty annoying, so I can't use it. Never mind. It is what it is. Lessons learned. River, which signifies the border between Arizona and California. There we go. Welcome to California. Bit of a poxy sign, really. San Bernardino County line. Could have had something a little bit more grand, but never mind, a little bit more colourful. So 55, we're in 55 city, gentlemen. I'm going to take the switch the camera off because I'm going to come to the border patrol place, and I don't want to be sitting on my head. I'll give any kind of excuse to pull me over because they like giving out tickets in California. So I'll catch you in a bit. Coming up to Barstow and picking up Interstate 15. went to the place where I was supposed to deliver. Kind of busted my gut to get there on time. Lost 24 hours on the dispatch, but I still managed to get there on time. It was a pretty amazing effort from myself, and I get there and my appointment, which was at 2 a.m. on the 11th, they're saying it's 1700 on the 12th. So the Fontana Yard's just around the corner, so I guess this is where I am going to be until, yeah, 1700 on the 12th. So I'll get my 34-hour reset in, then I deliver it, I suppose. But it's kind of frustrating. I've really busted a gut to get here on time, just to be told that somebody screwed the appointment up. But I'm in the Fontana Yard. I've never been here before. This is one of the night terminals. It's a little bit bigger than the one in Lakeland, Florida, but you know, it is California. So there you go. So I think that's it. I will spend tomorrow, I'll go up to the driver's lounge, I guess, and go and edit this video, stitch it together, use their Wi-Fi, download it, and then you can watch it. So we'll end the journey there, I guess. I was hoping to record backing up onto the door, breaking the seal and getting the truck unloaded, but I think I'll just end it here. They may even take it off me, I don't know, but I don't think so. They may get somebody else to deliver it, but the fact that I'm close to needing a 34-hour reset anyway, I guess I'll just stay here and deliver it. That's probably what's going to happen. Hopefully they've got somebody who washes trucks in here and I get my truck washed as well. It's kind of filthy, so that would be nice. Alright guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Like the video, it does help. Appreciate it. Take it easy. Helen, both sides of the pond, Fontana, California.